Hey everyone, and welcome to RUBIN'S Mind Lab, where we break down the latest research into what it really means. Ever wonder if learning online can actually make you feel better about yourself and even help you learn more, especially when you can't be in a classroom? Well, this new study dives deep into just that. Today we're exploring a fascinating study about something called enactive education and how it worked for students learning online. Imagine being stuck at home during the COVID-19 pandemic, facing online classes. What if those classes could be more than just staring at a screen? What if they could actually make you feel better about yourself and improve your learning? That is exactly what this research wanted to find out. So, what is this enactive education? Think of it as learning that's all about your body and your actions. It's based on the idea that we don't just think with our brains in isolation. Our bodies are super important for how we learn and understand the world. It's the opposite of that old idea of your mind and body being totally separate things. Enactive education focuses on things like how you move, how you feel, and how you interact with your environment. Even if that environment is online, this study took place in Italy during the lockdowns. They had over 400 students, around 14 years old, and they split them into two groups. One group got an enactive online program, and the other group got regular online classes on the same topics. The topics were things like how to feel good mentally and physically, healthy, eating, and movement. The experimental group, the ones getting the enactive education, had sessions that were designed to be super interactive and connect to their physical selves. They did things like digital storytelling, used interactive slides that they could all edit together, and even watched videos about things like the Mediterranean diet and the body positive movement. They also learned about cyberbullying and body shaming. And here is a really cool part. They finished each session with a special mind-body practice called MAT, which stands for Mindfulness and Autogenic training. It involved things like mindful breathing, a body scan to help them relax and notice how their bodies feel, and guided imagery for warmth and coolness. The idea was to help them relax, connect with themselves, and hopefully remember what they learned better. Now, the control group, they got lessons on those same topics too, but without all the special enactive techniques. They had more traditional online classes. The researchers wanted to see if there was a real difference between what the two groups learned and how they felt about themselves. So, what did they find, drumroll, please? The enactive education group did better. Big time they looked at learning academic self-concept and physical self-concept. The p-value here, that's like a flukometer. The lower it is, the less likely the result is just random chance. A value less than 0.005 is super low, meaning it is very unlikely this was just luck. The students in the enactive program showed higher levels of learning, as measured by a questionnaire that tested their knowledge. They also improved their academic self-concept, meaning they felt better about their ability to learn. But here is where it got really interesting. And this is the part that really made this study stand out. The biggest positive impact was on their physical self-concept. This means the students who did the enactive program felt much better about their bodies, their physical abilities, and how they looked. This had a really strong effect, much stronger than the effect on their academic self-concept, though that improved too. The researchers think this happened because enactive education is all about connecting your mind and body. The activities made them more aware of their bodies, how they felt, and how they could interact with the world, even online. They also paid a lot of attention to nonverbal cues during the online sessions, like the teacher's facial expressions and tone of voice, trying to make up for the lack of in-person contact. It seems like this integrated approach, where learning isn't just about stuffing information into your brain, but also about how you feel and how your body is involved, really made a difference. The students showed they appreciated the program, which is a good sign of engagement and positive experience. Now, no study is perfect, and this one is no exception. The researchers pointed out that the sample size, while decent, wasn't huge. Also, because of the pandemic, they didn't get to do some of the usual pre-testing for their custom questionnaire. And the person who designed and ran the enactive program was also the main researcher, which could potentially introduce some bias. However, they were very aware of this and tried to be reflective throughout the process. One interesting point is that the program was quite short, only 2 weeks, but they found significant positive effects even in that short time. This suggests that these types of programs can be really efficient. So, what's the takeaway? The researchers strongly recommend that schools should start using enactive education, especially programs that connect the mind and body. For secondary school students, they believe that our current educational systems often treat the mind and body separately. And this just isn't how humans work best. Learning about your body and how you feel is just as important as learning math or science. And for all of us who experienced online learning, this study gives us a lot of hope. It shows that online learning can be effective and beneficial, even when it's not in person, if it's designed in the right way, drawing on principles like embodied cognition and mind-body integration. The researchers also suggest that more studies are needed. We need to explore different types of enactive programs, with different mind-body practices, both online and in person. They also think it would be valuable to hear directly from students about their experiences with these programs. Overall, this study is a great reminder that learning is a whole body experience. It is not just about what is in our heads, but also how we feel, how we move, and how we connect with the world around us. It makes a strong case for a more integrated approach to education that values both intellectual and physical, emotional well-being. What do you guys think about enactive education? Have you experienced anything similar either online or in person? Let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed this deep dive into the science of learning and well-being. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to RUBIN'S Mind Lab for more brainy insights. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.